Alrighty, I was doing a site, and it's blown now. The I only had one rat left to kill too. One. I got chased off of it. Wonder. Let me see about this right here. No, that one's not going to work. So this is a rupture, and the ruptures now have those 400 DPS. How far is the 43? That's it, huh? Okay, what if I switch to this? $86. So much less DPS. This doesn't have any sort of I don't know what the hell I built here. Is this a... I'm just looking at this and thinking to myself that it's not right. It's not right. This is supposed to be a PvP ship. And it just doesn't feel right for that. It has no way to self-heal. Oh. I have a lot of skins for this. I don't really fly this hardly ever. So the Rupture got some love on latest release, and I can't really say how it's going to make a difference with this because, well, I wasn't really flying this anyway in that way. So I think that let's see, how fast can this move? 252. That's not very fast. And what is 2000? Well, that's not going to work very good. How optimal range is 17. Gee whiz. I don't even know what this was that I built. In all honesty. All right, they're back. So I undock and they start coming back in. They're watching the show, no doubt. Well, this is a PvP ship. It'd be crazy if they're registered with Eve to Twitch. Yeah, so I thought about that too. I had a meeting with Lumi yesterday when we talked about Eve to Twitch stuff, and that is one thing that, you know, potentially is possible, is you can do reverse lookups with it and stuff. And so you could just silently, you know, ban somebody. It's against the Twitch terms of service. It is. But I'm not really I don't really want to take action in that way. I really would rather just, you know, work at flying smart rather than about, oh my god, I gotta punish them for doing this, because that really, in my opinion, if you do so, you do it and you don't say anything about it to anybody, because otherwise they are just getting they're getting attention, and that's what they want. So yeah, I can't say that yeah, I can't say that I think that that it's a good idea overall, at least not for the show. Now, obviously, you don't want people to get away with acting bad or whatnot, but in the game, there are a lot of bad actors in Eve. It just so happens that stream sniping doesn't violate the Eve terms. Harassment does, if they come after you day after day after day. But if they are just, you know, watching the show and happenstance, you know, say, oh, hey, we're close to him or whatnot, let's go get him, then, you know, that's about it. So
warp drive active.
what is that noise? A little bong bong. Been hearing it on some of the ships now, but I don't know what it's associated with, because it doesn't seem to be associated with these, so I don't know what's making that noise. Two ships left. Yeah, I'm actually doing this in a rupture. It's being pretty effective on hitting them. Well, I thought it was being pretty effective on hitting them. Now not so much. That one hit pretty good. Let me turn off my propulsion and see if slowing down can help my tracking a little bit. Why is it at 10K? Is that what my guns are at? They're at 17. Okay, so I guess 10K is fine. All right. Oh, wait. The Sentient drone just appeared. Really? That appeared after the last wave. I didn't know that they would appear. That's like wave 6. That's what it kind of is. Wow, and he's worth 9.3 million. Damn. He might have some loot on him too. That'll be good. That's a lucky spawn, and I didn't know that is that new, because I always thought that if they were going to spawn this way, they would be in the final wave, not an addition to the final wave. Should be after wave 6 in chat, but there's only 5. There was only 5 waves. 5 was it. You might be worth salvaging too. I don't have a salvager on here. There was nothing in chat that said anything about this. $4.3 million. His loot was better. Well, I kind of want to see what the salvage will be on this. Just this one ship. I'm sure I have a ship that can salvage.
Warp drive active.
I bookmarked it. So, I'm wondering if that's different behavior with Legion. I'm kind of thinking potentially it is. Talking about the combat sites, yes.
Request accepted.
And so that was a drone squad. And another ship spawned after the end of Wave 5. Wave 5 is the last wave, and then one more ship spawned that was sentient. Alright, so we have people coming in again. I'll take my loots here. And then we'll see what we got for a salvage ship. So the only salvage ship that I have here is a big one. Yeah, unless there's a salvager on here. Because you can do that, you know. You can get a salvager onto a Corvette. And then you're taking out a very cheap ship. Salvager here. Both sides of the war. I am on both sides of the war, but I'm not fighting in the war. I'll defend if I'm attacked, whichever side I'm playing on. I'll help defend, but I'm not going out on any of the attacks or participating in any of the war communications, just because of my unique situation. I'm looking for an expendable salvage ship. Because I feel like they're probably just going to pop right back in here as soon as I undock. Right? Because why wouldn't they? One of these had... Yeah, this one has salvagers. Alright. Is it hard to get back into a corp? In Horde, no, not really.
Warp drive active.
Alright, so we're just going to fire up some salvagers here. The ship be a little bit dirty. It's a salvage ship. It should be dirty. Although, with the war starting, they might be on the lookout for spies a lot more, so... Right. See what we can get here. I don't know that it's worth anything. You're a blessed being? Oh yeah, well. Yeah, and if you weren't some other corp in the meantime that was on the opposing side, then probably you're fine. Wow, taking a little bit of work to salvage this. Are these Tech 2 salvagers or Tech 1? There's Tech 2. And, well, I got a drone transceiver, 478,000. Not too terribly valuable.
Drive
Welcome to the Dragons.
MDB 204 just followed.
MDB, welcome. So I think I got pretty lucky on that one
request accepted.
because of getting that, you know, Sentient, and so it was like 9.5 million bounty on him, and then there was like 4.5 million in loot, 500,000 in salvage. You know, it's mildly worth it, but at the same time, this this system is not very good for this. So let's go check something out here. Let's go up here. So this is the rental system that my corp has, and it is. Last I looked, it wasn't set for anything that interested me. I think it was set for mining or something like that. And so let me go check and see what it is. There was a bubble in high sec. You mean it was just a gate camp? Because there would be no bubbles in Jita. It probably just have terminology just a little bit wrong there. So it would be a gate camp.
Warp drive active.
Hey, Favor. Got him kits? Look at all these people here. What the hell, man?
Warp drive active.
All this noise. I'm hearing all the propulsion sounds again. I thought about just flying my Dominics up through here, but it's good that I didn't. There's a lot of riffraff in here right now.
Warp drive active.
All right, one more jump.
Warp drive active.
Ah, green. Familiar. They'd be court mates. So, yeah, you can see here, there are no sites, no combat sites in here whatsoever. None. Zilch. Nada. So, J5, you got one of the Paladin police skins today. That's great. I think that they are some of the best looking skins that I've seen in a long time. So, yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, if I wanted to go mining, then there's mining in here, because that's how it's set up. But otherwise, you know, there's, not really. Let's go see what ships I have in here.
Warp drive active.
Because I don't remember. This is the third place in Horde space where I have some ships. I know that I have 2 capitals here on my other character.
Welcome to the Dragons.
I have 2 dreadnoughts.
Just followed.
But I got to move them out because they're just not really useful here anymore.
Welcome to the Dragons.
Troril just followed.
Oh, and have some Zach. Thank you for the follows. Welcome. All right, so I have a few ships here, and probably gonna have to work at getting them back to more civilization, and then I've got this. I'm wondering what this. Oh, it's a Lachesis.
Just followed.
Tabalatek, thank you for the follow. Welcome. So, yeah. Now, okay. So this is not the one that can fly cloaked. This is the one that is not seen on D-scan. Cannot be detected by directional scanners. Can be detected with a... it can be detected with combat probes, but does not show up on D-scan. And so this is good for sitting in and watching
Welcome to the Dragons.
at like...
Vanrush 1981 just followed.
An ESS to where you can actually sit inside the ESS and not be seen by directional scanners and stuff. So they don't know you're in there. Now, did this get a rework on the body as well? I actually don't remember it looking this good. It looks better than what I remember. But I don't think this was on the list. Maybe it was done previously and I just haven't flown it in a while. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's a lot of graphic updates if you haven't played recently. So... all right, let's see here. Yeah, and then this is a bonus. Scram within 18, and look at that. Yeah, Warp Disrupt within 52. It's a fun little ship when used in the right circumstances. How fast can this go? 2,000 as well. Now, this one is not set up for hiding inside an ESS. It would have an afterburner if it was. So, oh, and then scan resolution bonus. This is for quick grab. And let's see here. And then, yeah, so we would be hitting them with that and then that. And, yeah, kind of crazy. And then how far can I shoot? 33. Beautiful. So we orbit at like 20 and then we go in closer if we want to keep them on a scram. Or if they get closer to us, then I scram them. Let's see what orbit's set at. 10. Yeah, it actually probably will go further than 10. Yeah. So, yeah, so this thing's looking pretty awesome. I'm going to move this down. It deserves to have some fun.
Drive active.
I do think the graphics on this have been updated. Oh. Use a faction long point? Yeah, I have one here. 52K. Which is nuts, right?
Active.
You know, these guys, they have one horde in here, but see, I can't, this is rental area. I can't do anything in here. And this one, they want you to know it's a rental. Yeah.
Drive active.
All good. All the variants as well as T1 cruisers. Oh, okay. Well, so they probably finished it off. Yeah, and this looks really good. I could use a better skin on it, but it looks really good. Yo Alex, you just joined Pandemic Horde for 15 days now. How do you see the war between PH and Goons? Who will win out in the end? Well, so I don't know how to see how the war is going. There are some tools out there to see battles and stuff, to see, who's won and lost and in different battles. I don't know if there's an overall view. There might be. Somebody could link it if there is. And then, who do I think will win out in the end? Well, it's really hard to say. There's some really smart people on both sides, and what the fuck? Really? I can't get through? What the fuck? Really? They stopped me from getting through? Jesus Christ. If that's not stream sniping, I don't know what the fuck is. Yeah, so I guess I can't I guess I can't get through there. Lovely. Yeah, I didn't know you couldn't jump in a bubble. I knew you couldn't warp out of it. But I was already at the gate. Yeah, well, that's interesting. Okay, well. What's losing a third ship today? I mean, you know, I actually thought that if I was there first, that I'd be able to get through. There was nobody on grid. So, yeah, but there was nobody on grid whenever I landed on it. And so they must have been cloaked right there. That must be it. They must have been cloaked right there. If I used a nullifier, it would work. Yeah. But, well, that's a shame. That was a nice ship. And, so, yeah, that was 280 million. I mean, it's all fair. I mean, yeah, so I'm like, what the hell's going on? But in the end, it's all fair. I'd do that kind of shit if I were thinking about it. And so, you know, and I know that I'm more of a target. Like, they got another Markee Dragon corpse today. That's 2 of them that have been out today. So, yeah. Well, that's how you learn, right? Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay, so, yeah, now I know. Now I know that you can't jump while bubbled. Well, they were cloaked there, though. Been there since downtime? Well, maybe I should have checked the route. You know, but and he didn't try and hit me on the way out. So, yeah. So, all right. If you're watching on YouTube, that's it for this episode.